Hey everyone, and welcome back to DIY with Melissa. Of course, I'm Melissa, and today I have something different for you. Um, HTV. HTV, iron-on, heat transfer vinyl, whatever it is you may refer to it as. As we know, we typically use this on t-shirts, sweatshirts, sweatpants, that type of thing. I mean, we could do dresses and jeans jackets as well, but typically t-shirts. However, there's other material we can use this on as well, which not everybody would think of. And so I'm going to show you that today. It can be very helpful when using it, and I'll explain that as I go through the different material that can be used on. Um, or it could just give you some cute designs that you didn't think you could do, but now you can. Instead of going to the computer, we're going to just head to the craft table and look down to see what I'm going to do. So let's get this started. All right, we are getting right into it by weeding all of our HTV. I have three materials that I'm going to show you that can be ironed on, and this is really good, like I said, for very fine detailed projects. So we'll start weeding first. Cut this a little bit off here. All right, everything is now weeded and we can get ironing. Because these are small projects, I will use my mini heat press at setting 2. I typically do that when ironing projects that isn't a normal project that you would iron. So like a hat or a t-shirt or a pair of pants. I'm also going to get the pressing mat. The pressing mat protects your surface, of course. And I always use a piece, well, I always try to use a piece of butcher paper between the piece that I'm ironing and the iron. I heard our heat press is ready, so let's get this going. First thing, ribbon. You can iron on ribbon. This is that fringed ribbon. I love this ribbon. It's so pretty for gifts and other projects. I actually did a luggage tag and I ironed on my name onto the ribbon and added it to my cute little luggage tag that I made. How you get the measurements for the ribbon. I just measure up and down. Inside the fringe, it was nearly 1.5 inches. And so I size this to, I think, 1.25 inches to ensure it sits inside the ribbon. So that's that. So prior to that, I'm just going to press it, heat up my material just ever so slightly. And add my name, my butcher paper, and iron. You can hold the iron for a little bit. You can rub it across. I tend to rub it across, probably because I have no patience. This ribbon does not need this iron for a long time, so you can check it. Just be very careful because it is very hot. And I usually just bring up a corner, and as you can see, it's not fully stuck. It's nearly there, so I will put it back down and press it one more time. Once you remove your top sheet, just give it one more press, and voila, your name is now ironed onto your ribbon. How gorgeous is that? If I had used the gold, it would have been way better. I used the rose gold on this ribbon. The next material that we can iron on, cardstock, believe it or not. Cardstock is a good one because, as you may know, when you have cardstock projects that have vinyl to it, that you want to add vinyl to, it can be a little tricky, and not tricky, but difficult to iron or to use a transfer tape on the cardstock. It can rip the cardstock. This allows you to press your design in without ripping your cardstock, which is always a fantastic thing. So I'm just lining this up here. Bring my butcher paper over. Same setting on my iron, it's on setting 2. And slowly press it. Again, you don't have to use a small iron, you can use a big one, but you may have heard me say in the past, I like the control the small one gives me. I can see what's happening, and of course it's easier for me on this camera too as well. So totally up to you what you want to use. I find ironing on cardstock to be very simple. It adheres very quickly, allowing you to finish a project a little quicker. Just letting this cool a little bit, and I can remove the top layer. Gorgeous. So that is the cardstock. And lastly, wood. I have some wood planks that I got from the dollar store, and I'm just doing a fun little thing with it. So these are 4.5 by 4.5 inch wood pieces. And that's what this design is for. My butcher paper on top and iron. I would be very careful with this if you're painting. Sometimes the iron can lift the paint, so be careful with that. I do find if I'm painting the wood, if I'm staining it, I can definitely iron on, no issues. If I'm painting it, sometimes I might not use the iron. I might use vinyl instead. But like I said, it can work with no issues when you're painting it. Just test it out first is what I would say. Lift it up again, see if it's all put my butcher paper back over it and press it one last time. And there you have it. Gorgeous designed wood. Of course, this probably would have looked much better if I had stained it, but this is only for tutorial purposes. So there you go. Who would have known? You can iron on cardstock, wood, and ribbon. There you have it. I hope you enjoyed that little information session, I guess you can say. Gives you the opportunity to do some cute projects. So as you remember, the ribbon. As I had mentioned, I did use the ribbon on another project. It was a luggage tag, and I use HTV on the ribbon for my name. So when I'm going away, hopefully soon again, the information is there. Just a little something extra when you're trying to grab your suitcase from the belt, whatever that thing is called. The other one, the major one, is cardstock. I really enjoy using HTV on cardstock. I will show you a picture up here of a project I did that had some fine lettering. It was a cake topper that I did, and it just makes life so much easier. No need to have to worry about little bits of cardstock, putting it together and gluing it on and whatnot. So that's really helpful. And also this was really cute. It turned out really cute. And of course, lastly, the wood square. What is a little difficult to add vinyl to, which would be like permanent vinyl, you do have to prep it and add like a sealer on it in order for it to stick. With HTV, you don't have to do that. So whatever it is you are doing, keep that in mind. Those options are available. And of course, I guess too, the major one is if you don't have the colors available in, let's say, cardstock or regular vinyl, and you have it in HTV, put it to use. Put it to good use. Your projects will be able to get going. There's nothing worse to me when you are working on something and you look, I don't have X, Y, Z. So I do hope you enjoyed that tutorial. As always, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and the bell button so you are notified when I post new videos. Until next week, I hope you all have a fabulous week ahead. Happy crafting and take care. Bye now.